Rego Pale, one of America's two great beers, and the high-flying, fun-loving Rego Bird bring you now Ozark Jubilee.
From the crossroads of country music, the Jewel Theater in Springfield, Missouri, it's part two of tonight's Ozark Jubilee. And now here again is our guest master of ceremonies for tonight, Webb Pierce. You know, I'll bet I don't have to tell anybody that I Don't Care is the #1 song in country music today, Webb. And you know, the editors of Billboard magazine heard Eddie Arnold say last Saturday night that you were going to be here tonight, see? So they sent me a package, and when I opened it up, I found this beautiful plaque here that they're awarding to you. Now, friends, I want everybody to see this. Webb, I know, has seen them before. But this is a plaque awarded by Billboard. It's called the Triple Crown Award, very famous, presented to the artist whose record is tops in all three categories. First in sales, first in jukebox plays, and first in popularity on the disc jockey shows. So, Webb, congratulations to you for winning the Triple Crown Award, and all our congratulations. It's really wonderful. Oh, listen. Hey, tell you what, you know, there's something you folks may not know about Webb, too. He is the only artist who has ever won this Triple Crown Award 3 times. Nobody else has ever done that. Well, congratulations.
I want to say thanks to the Billboard magazine, but most of all, I want to say thanks to you folks out there, because you are the ones that made this possible. I appreciate it an awful lot, and I'll never forget it. Thanks a lot again. Well, among all the girl singers, you know, there's one little young lady that is always dear to my heart because she sings the songs that I like. And I want to bring her out here right now and ask her to sing a little song that I really like called Hummingbird, Miss Jeannie Shepherd.
Hummingbird, hummingbird should be your name. Too restless to settle, too wild to tame. Too restless to settle, too wild to tame. Hummingbird, hummingbird should be your name. You'll hug me and kiss me like others I've known. You'd promise to love me and call me your own. Then all of my dreams would be shattered apart by the hum of your hummingbird heart. Hummingbird, hummingbird, feathers so fine. Hummingbird feathers so fine. Hummingbird, hummingbird, fly right on by. I'd rather be lonely, I'd rather be blue. Yes, I'd rather spend my whole life without you than feather a nest to be shattered apart by the hum of your hummingbird heart, by the hum of your hummingbird heart. Hummingbird heart.
Well, I know that I speak for all of the home folks here at the Crossroads when I say that Jean Shepherd, it sure is good to have her back after all those weeks of personal appearances all around the nation. Well, now then, neighbors, we'll leave you for just a moment, but I can guarantee you there's still a lot more fun yet to come.
You notice how every week I come out and say I'm Jim Nars? I mean, I never say I'm General Custer or Rudolph Valentino or Otto von Bismarck. No, I'm Jim Nars. And if nothing else, I'm dependable. But if you think that's dependable, you ought to see Regal Pale. Every time you pour yourself a pleasing portion of Regal Pale, you can be sure you're going to get that exact same light-hearted fun and flavor. You just let this bright and breezy brew trip tenderly down your thirsty throat, and you'll see just exactly what I mean. You see, the Regal folks make mighty sure that this bright and bubbly brew stays its light and happy self, bottle after bottle, glass after glass, so that you always want to go out after more. I tell you, if you're looking for a light-hearted, fun-loving beer with an unchanging, unmistakable flavor, you need look no further than your favorite tavern or store. Just ask for the beer named Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
You know, one thing I want to mention before we go on here is that Grady Martin's wonderful band and our good friend on the first part of the program here does a wonderful job. What's his name, Grady? Oh, yeah, Bill. That's Bill Wembley on the first half hour here of our Ozark Jubilee, and Grady Martin and his group do a very wonderful job, so I think they deserve a little applause, folks. Let's give them a nice song. Folks, some of my most pleasant memories have been in my early days of the entertainment business, because some of the older folks in the business have done an awful lot for me. They've gave me awful lot of encouragement. They've helped me, and I always like to help some sincere artist along the way if I can. Somebody that I say that has got real talent, and here's a boy that I think has got some real talent. And along with that, he has a good song, a song written by a good friend of mine, Boudleaux Bryant. So let's listen to Bobby Lord sing Hawkeye. Let her go, Bobby.
They call me Hawkeye. All the fellas call me Hawkeye 'cause I never miss a trick. I can spot a pretty chick a mile away. One look and I can tell just how her lips are gonna taste. I know within a fraction what she measures in the waist. I know what's going on behind that twinkle in her eye, and that is why they call me Hawkeye. I keep
telling you, if that don't hit, I'll tell you for sure. I don't know what you're going to have to do to make a hit. Well, folks, we got fellers, a couple of them, coming out here now. They happen to have some, well, they got one friend out in California. His name's Spike Jones, and I guess I can understand, or you can understand, why Spike has something in common with them. Because their name is Flash and Whistler. Where you at, boys? There they are. So you're Flash and Whistler.
Yeah, your name's Clifton Webb, huh?
That's not Clifton Webb, that's Jan Pierce. I've always wanted to meet you, Jan.
No, it's Clifton Webb, ain't it?
I see now I haven't got a chance with you two guys. Go ahead and put your performance on.
Well, I thought sure it was, didn't you?
That sure remind me of Jan Pierce, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you're always out here smarting off about something, trying to be so smart all the time. Pay attention to me. I'll bet you that I can ask you 3 questions, and you can't answer them by just saying the word sausage.
You can bet me. You bet me that I can't answer 3 questions just by saying
Just
the word.
by saying the word sausage.
Just start it
Bet you
off.
$10.
$10.
That's
didn't I?
right.
I owe you.
Yeah, you owe me. Put it right there in that pocket. Now, here we go. You ready?
Just as ready as I'll ever be.
What does your face look like when you get through shaving?
What does my face look like when I get through shaving?
Yeah.
Sausage? Sausage?
Which you like best, the girls or the horses?
The girls or the horses? Sausage?
By the way, if you win this bet, how do you want me to pay you off?
Sausage.
Okay, buddy, there you are. Thank you very much. Now, if we had a little introduction, we'd like to do you a tune called Tenderly. The evening breeze caressed the trees tenderly. The trembling trees embraced the breeze tenderly. Then you and I came wandering by and lost in a sigh were we were. The shore was kissed by sea and mist tenderly. I can't forget how those hearts met breathlessly. Your arms opened wide and closed me inside. You took my lips, you took my love so tenderly. The shore was kissed by sea and mist tenderly. I can't forget how two hearts met breathlessly. Your arms opened wide and closed me inside. You took my lips, you took my love so tenderly. Yes, tender.
Well, you Webb Pierce fans out California way, you want to be sure and see him in person tomorrow and Monday at the Town Hall party in Compton. And incidentally, Porter Wagoner of our own gang going to be seen tomorrow at the Santa Fe Ranch in Reading, Pennsylvania. Friends, now we sincerely hope that you're enjoying this week's edition of the Ozark Jubilee in Springfield, Missouri, television's #1 country music show.
Well, tonight I thought I'd show you a little trick roping. Here's my best trick now. Yes, sir, you know, lassoing is real valuable. It's right handy for rounding up folks at dinner time. That is, if your neighborhood's got lots of cows running around. But I tell you now, if you're not up on your lasso, and don't you despair. All you have to do actually is just have a couple of happy 6-packs or quarts handy. Then, with no trouble at all, you can just uncap one of these cheerful containers And then, my friends, then is when you let the contents cascade into a glypho glass. Just like that, the cascade of the bubbles. And from there, into your own personal face. Well, either way you do it, you just make mighty sure that you round up a suitable supply of light-hearted, fun-loving Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
You know, a friend of mine the other day was telling me a little story. He said, you know, I'm going to make some investments. I said, what in? He says, the uranium mine. I'm going to make some big profits. Well, I think he should make an investment in a company maybe that makes banjos. Why I say that is because banjos are selling faster today than the factories can make them. And we got a fellow right here to prove why banjos are selling faster. A fellow by the name of Harold Marson. Pretty little pig, clear, Harold. You do some dancing too, there, boy. Let it go.
Well, fly around my pretty little pink, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little pink, you almost drive me crazy. Well, the coffee grows on white oak trees, the river flows like brandy, the rocks and hills all covered with gold, girl, don't you some candy. Fly around my pretty little pink, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little pink, you almost drive me crazy. Well, I reckon you think my pretty little pink that I can't do without you, but I'll let you know before I go that I care very little about you. Fly around my pretty little pink, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little pink, you almost drive me crazy. I'll throw my knapsack on my back, my rifle on my shoulder, I'll march away to Mexico, and there I'll be a soldier. Fly around my pretty little miss, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little miss, you almost drive me crazy. Now every time we go that road, it looks so dark and cloudy. Every time I see that gal, I want to tell her howdy. Fly around my pretty little miss, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little miss, you almost drive me crazy.
Well, that's real wonderful there. That boy can really dance, and besides playing the banjo, he can trip the light fantastic. Well, you know, we told you a while ago, Jim Edward and Maxine Brown, you know, we said that we was going to let them bring something out here special on the next number. Here they are. Their 17-year-old sister, Bonnie Brown, is here with them. Jim Edward, Maxine Brown, let's give them a nice hand here, huh?
Here today and gone tomorrow. Our love could always be hidden from the past. I know you love me, but you're just a wonder. Today I love you.
short of time, I ask you folks one thing. Would you do one thing for me? Sing that big hit that you kids wrote about a year ago called, you just start out with, they know what you mean.
All right.
I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back at me. You were cute as you could be, standing looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company. One Sunday afternoon, as I was riding down the street, I met a cute little girl all dressed up so sweet, and wait till she was back to wish I had a Cadillac. But who would notice me just driving this Model T? I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back at me. You were cute as you could be, standing looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company. Take me for a ride, I will stick by your side, and I will guarantee we'll have fun on man alive. I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back at me. You were cute as you could be, standing looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company. Oh, me, oh, gee, perhaps you'll notice me if I was driving this Model T. So I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back at me. You were cute as you could be, standing looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company.
Jim Edward and Maxine Brown, two fine examples of the wonderful young folks who are up and coming in the world of country music. Right now, before we go another step with tonight's show, let's point out something we consider very important.
Now, you may expect everybody on this show to sing, yodel, or play the guitar, and I want to state positively, I do not sing. I don't even play the guitar. Why, I'd be silly to try to make with the music when we have our merry and melodious friend, the Regal Bird. Hi, R.B. Because, as you know, the Regal Bird loves to warble that bright and buoyant ballad in praise of Regal Pale. Drink Regal, drink Regal, drink Regal. And what with R.B. handling the musical chores, well, that leaves me free to tell you what a soothing, satisfying source of light-hearted fun and flavor Regal Pale is. And better still, since I don't have to play the guitar, I have both hands free to uncap this cheerful container and let this light and happy brew bubble into a glass. And then is when I get to take the Regal Bird's advice, just as soon as I mention that for a light and happy beer, you ought to stock up with plenty of Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
Well, as most of you folks know, out in Hollywood, every once in a while, they'll make a new picture and they'll send it out across the country, and they put on what we call, or they call, a sneak preview. We got a song here that we want to sing for you that's, well, it was only written maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and we want you to hear it for the first time tonight and see if you folks here at the Ozark Jubilee can pick a winner for us. If you like it, naturally we want you to applaud for it. If you don't like it, we don't want you to applaud for it. Those of you out there looking in, if you like it, you write in. If you don't like it, don't do a thing. So here's the song. You be the judge. See if you can pick a winner. If you were me and I were you, and I should do the things you do, but you still love the way I keep on loving you. Of all the times you've been untrue, if I should be the same by you, just tell me now, what would you do if you were were me and I were you. Someday my love may grow cold, then I'd love you no more, I know. Think of all the unkind things you've said and done, but I still love you even though your love for me you never show. Just tell me now, what would you do if you were me and I were you?
Well, as Webb said, friends, we'd like to have your reaction to that song. Just send in your letter to Webb Pierce in care of Ozark Jubilee, Springfield, Missouri. We'll see that he gets them. Right now, though, that winds up the third half hour, coming up in just a few minutes after station identification.
Rego Pale, one of America's two great beers, invites you to join us next week for Ozark Jubilee. And meanwhile, here's the Rego Bird's thought for the week. You won't succeed if you go around with your head in the clouds. And besides, it's too hard to drink your Rego that way.
Television Network.